Okay, so my fingers are done typing. My brain is done trying to put my thoughts into words on a screen. So instead, I'm going to talk since I write like I talk. Now, let's see if I can talk like I write. I am really excited tonight because I got an email from the Army of Women headquarters in LA, and I will be in New York on October 14th at the Sheraton at the pre-event, um, whatever it is, registration for the Avon Walk in New York, which will be on October 15th and 16th. I'll be there waving a banner and trying to get as many people signed up for the Army of Women. Um, this is kind of like a little bit of a weird time for me, so I'm talking today instead of writing because there's a million things going on in my mind. First, I'm remembering that 7 years ago I broke a mirror. And I'm reflecting back on the last 7 years, and there's something to that whole 7 years of bad luck thing. I think I'm finally emerging from the other side, and maybe one day I'll get brave enough to really lay out what went on in the last 7 years. I'm surprised that I'm not kind of like this on the side of a road somewhere, but I'm not. I'm here, and it's good. Um, I'm coming up to my anniversary, my surgery anniversary, and unfortunately for me, that always coincides with the opening of the United Nations General Assembly. So somehow my breast cancer and the UN General Assembly are tied together. Didn't help that I could see the UN building from my hospital room right down the road, right out my window. And this year, on the actual date, now I'm going to put the glasses on, there will be a first ever high level meeting regarding non communicable diseases that will take place on the 19th and 20th of September at the United Nations. And that's just a little bit coincidental. Now, the last thing I'm going to tell you is something that happened today on Twitter. I don't know how I got involved in this because somebody with ADD definitely does not belong on Twitter. I have enough reasons that I can find to distract myself without being tweeting, twittering, twitting, whatever the heck you call it. But something really, really funny happened today. I got involved because of the whole Army of Women thing. I'm trying to retweet things and make sure that everybody's aware that the whole thing right now is not about being aware because we all are aware of breast cancer and we're all aware about mammographies. We need to all shift everything over to it's time to affect a real change. It's too many years of the same old, same old. So I'm throwing my energies behind Dr. Love. But in the meantime, that has nothing to do with anything other about this particular set of tweets that went on. I am um, every day I'm following different blogs and all of this other stuff that's going on in this whole social media world that I'm trying to still get somebody to provide me with the Twitter for Dummies book because there must be one out there. In any event, today I see this tweet from somebody that's out on the West Coast, and I'm putting the glasses on so that I can read it. Her tweet was overheard. Can't we just have a nice, normal affair? I see this and I just start laughing, and I had to respond. So I tweet back. That's so oxymoronic, it's hysterical. And then a couple of more tweets went by, and I added in there. There was a time I was the odd man out, so I do get to laugh. And a couple more tweets, and I get back from her. Here was the response, and in quotation marks, I don't do normal. Now I start laughing, and I'm like thinking, how can I respond to that? That's pretty freaking funny. So I tweet back to her. Damn, girlfriend, that should have been a picture. She was tweeting from an iPhone, so clearly she could have snapped a picture. And then I thought about it, and I'm thinking about these two remarks, and I'm like, I don't know. Something just so I tweeted back to her, I don't want to be a sexist, but both sides of that exchange sound like it would be from a man. And then I felt bad because I was born with the feel bad gene, so of course I felt bad. And so I had to add a second tweet that said, sorry guys, I don't mean that to any of you tweeps, because apparently tweeps is what you refer to as Twitter people that you happen to have some sort of something going on with. And I don't mean that I'm having any kind of crazy anything. It's just people that I'm communicating with. So the male tweeps I didn't want to piss off. So, but the point is, I'll repeat, don't want to be sexist, but both sides of that exchange sound like it would be from a man. Several tweets go by, and the next thing I get is from this young lady saying, punchline, quote, they were both men, so you were right. That was my giggle for the day. I don't think I've stopped laughing yet. I responded, oh my God, that is so funny. And for the rest of the day, just proceeded to, every time I think about that whole tweet exchange, I'm bending over laughing because it just was funny. So that's that. I hope anybody that's going to be in New York for the Avon Walk will come and seek me out at the Sheridan. And I will be back writing tomorrow. I think my fingers don't feel like typing anymore tonight. I have too many things swirling in my head, and I am going to try to do this vlog thing because that's apparently the next step beyond a blog. Okay? Hope to talk to everyone soon. Night, night.